England set to shatter previous high temperature records, prompting authorities to declare a first ever extreme heat warning. 101.7 Fahrenheit, the previous high temperature record. This time around, forecasters say the mercury could hit 104 degrees Fahrenheit. More on these stories at townhall.com.
This is staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki with your regional radio forecast. Mainly sunny skies today with daytime highs approaching 84. North winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Clear skies and quiet tonight. Lows dip down to about 67. Highs level off around 88. Tomorrow, mainly clear skies. Upper 80s Wednesday and Thursday. Hear weather twice an hour or online anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com. Currently, it's 71.
MR Systems Wireless is your local internet provider for Clinton and surrounding area. They have the products you want and the local service you deserve. MR Systems Wireless Internet service for home or business includes unlimited data, unlimited streaming, and unlimited calling. Plans start at just $48 a month and get a free Roku 4 lease with our media packages. Get the speed you need with MR Systems Wireless. Call them at 935-2100. That's 935-2100 for MR Systems Wireless.
Despite supply chain issues, owner Dave Jackson's great team of employees at your Clinton Save-A-Lot are working to keep their shelves stocked to save you up to 40% every day. Find out more by clicking their icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Peterson Insurance Services in Clinton is a 2014 Pekin Insurance Illinois Agency of the Year. Jay Peterson here from Peterson Insurance. Find out about Pekin's auto, home, or life insurance by clicking on our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Tune into all of WHOW's platforms on AM, FM, and streamed at IllinoisFarmRadio.com for live coverage of the DeWitt 4-H Fair, featuring 4-H'ers from DeWitt, Piatt, and Macon counties, the Farmer City Junior Fair, featuring junior 4-H'ers from the area, and reports from the Illinois State Fair this summer. Our coverage this year is brought to you by our title sponsor, Apex Clean Energy, a leading developer of wind and solar projects to bring investment to local farming communities. Our coverage is also brought to you by AHW, your John Deere dealer in Macon and Monticello, Heartland Bank and Trust, with locations across central Illinois, the Macon County Farm Bureau, where membership means value, Warner Hospital and Health Services in Clinton, compassionate care close to home, Midstate Eye in Clinton, where they believe life is all about your vision, Nancy Metal and Mount Zion, your pole barn building specialists, and First State Bank, Hayworth Branch. Read all the results from judging at the DeWitt 4-H and Farmer City Junior Fairs by clicking the fair results icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
It's 7 minutes after 8 o'clock here on the WHOW Morning Show. Top of the morning from the newsroom of Regional Radio and DeWittDailyNews.com. I'm Seth Lawrence with this expanded local newscast streaming to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Crime is increasing in Clinton, and Police Chief Ben Lauer says there's a couple of reasons why. He doesn't have specific data, but the reports that hit his desk are more frequent and similar crimes. He says it's a general increase in the common crimes they see.
And while I don't have specific numbers in terms of increases, I can just tell you in reading reports and looking at our arrest reports and speaking with our patrol staff and seeing the things that they're dealing with on a regular basis, we've had a tremendous influx in what I would call misdemeanor and petty crime, and also serious crime. You know, knock on wood, we've not had a major incident as of late, but we are keeping extremely busy with what I would just call petty and misdemeanor crime. A lot of the same repetitive offenses, criminal trespass to properties. You know, individuals have been warned that their presence on a particular property are forbidden, or within a particular business are forbidden. We're constantly dealing with those same people returning to the same properties that they've been given trespass warnings to, conducting arrests for trespass, for theft, for petty theft. You know, we talk about the theft of bicycles. Once or twice a year, we have an auction where we auction off our unclaimed recovered bicycles, and we've had a tremendous increase in theft of bicycles. lawn ornaments, basically anything that's not nailed down.
Part of the reason for the increase in crime is the 2020 bail reform legislation out of Springfield. The chief explains crimes that would once keep a criminal in jail for a significant amount of time are now letting those same individuals out much quicker.
But it does seem like those petty/misdemeanor crimes we've had a tremendous increase in. And as we were talking about before we went onto the air, I attribute a lot of that to recent legislation in recent years and incoming legislation that takes effect January 1, and that is the Bail Reform Act and the elimination of cash bail. Quite frankly, when you look at a community the size of Clinton, when you have a decrease in our jail census based on legislation and just, the current trends of the criminal justice system, you've got more petty thieves, petty criminals, misdemeanor committing crime criminals. When you have more of those out in our community, you're bound to have a higher influx of crime. I was actually just messaging with the sheriff prior to going on the air as to, obviously the sheriff's department. The sheriff maintains the DeWitt County Jail. Aside from the federal inmates that we used to house, he indicates that on a regular basis, our jail census is about 50% of what it was even 5 or 10 years ago.
Chief Flowers explains with bail reform, when those individuals are not being held in jail, they're back out in the community and continue to commit the crimes they were before.
Well, what happened to those other 20, 30, 40 inmates? Well, they're back out on our streets. I'm not saying that they're not committing crimes. They're committing crimes. They're oftentimes incarcerated for a matter of just a day or two or a maximum of maybe a week. And then they're released back into our community with a notice to appear in court, say 30 days from the time of their arrest. They are back out in our community. Well, if we took 20 or 30 of those petty criminals out of the community, well, quite frankly, yes, our crime rate would sink significantly from what it is today. So attribute a lot of that to our current criminal justice system and legislation where, I'm not going to argue necessarily the concept behind the Bail Reform Act or the elimination of cash bail. There's a lot of research and whatnot that goes into that. But the fact of the matter is it does put more criminals in our society and in our communities. And so this, in my opinion, is a reflection of that.
Chief Flowers says the coming elimination of cash bail that goes into effect January 1 is going to significantly make things more difficult for authorities and some victims. We'll have more on that soon on Regional Radio. Leadership for a pair of local business programs at area high schools is in need of mentors. Melanie Brown facilitates the Central Illinois CEO program. Lisa Shepard facilitates the Sangamon Valley CEO program. They're in need of local business owners to guide their students.
Mentorship is such a key component of our CEO program. Each student is paired with one professional mentor because we are asking them to go outside of the normal aspects of an academic school year. There's a lot of challenges and there's a lot of things that they are doing for the first time. And they need a professional who either has done similar things or connect them to others who have done similar things to help them along their path and encourage them. And the neat thing about both of our programs being in their 4th year is that we've built that foundation of some solid mentors, but with moving to 10 in each program, we're going to need more and need those business professionals that want to invest of their time and their knowledge in these students.
Brown explains mentors are anyone with a business background who meet with students once a month in person and are there to listen to students and guide them through any challenges they may be facing.
So our mentors are individuals who have heard about the program and approached us and said, hey, how can I get involved? It's also any of our investors. We reach out to them and ask if they want to be involved at a higher level where they would be assigned a student and be engaging with the program and the students regularly. But really anyone that is listening to this or has heard about the CEO program that has business background, has engineering, marketing, banking, it doesn't matter. Professional background is what we're looking for. And if they are willing to pour into the lives of these students, we would love to have them reach out to us. We typically ask that they are able to meet with us once a month in person with the students. My program, we always do the first Friday of every month during normal class time, which is 7:30 to 9 a.m. And in that class time, we usually do some type of team building activity where all of the students and mentors get to interact together. And then they have one-on-one time with the student to say, what are you working on? What are your troubles? The reason we look for mentors from all different aspects is because when you're putting together a business, you're going to have all different things, all different parts, and all of their businesses, all of our students' businesses vary so much from whether it's a product or a service. And so it's just really neat to have them the students experience seeing the perspectives from an engineer.
You can learn more about the two programs by visiting centralillinoisceo.com or sangamonvalleyceo.com. And it's not too late to become a mentor. Get news anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Your own home without the maintenance. If you're 55 or better, a beautiful Liberty Village villa could be